Hello planner friends! So in this video we are going to look at my health planner that I started at the beginning of October. So a little bit of a backstory. This year I had, I think, around 7 or 8 or something strep throats, like tonsillitis. So yeah, I'm kind of very tired of it, and I also just started my master's degree on the 1st of October, and so I thought, it's a perfect kind of time to establish something for my health, because with my master's degree starting, I know I'm going to, have a lot more stress, have a lot more to do, and so I need to make sure that I focus even more on my health during this time, since I firstly don't want to be sick all the time while doing my master's degree, obviously, and also secondly, I just don't want to be sick all the time for myself, because it's not a great experience. And I have high fever every time, and I am really sick, and I need to take antibiotics every time. So I have been taking a lot of that this year, and I just feel like that is also not good. So that was my little backstory to that. So I am trying to focus more on my health, and I had this little Sweet Freckled Designs, or I think they just renamed their shop to Soft Paper or something. But I have this undated weekly diary, and I had this for this whole year basically, and I've been trying to use it as a social media planner at first, and then in May I had my deadline for my bachelor's thesis. So between January and May, I really tried to do a lot of stuff for social media in January, as you can see, but or like in December, but then I had a lot of stress with my thesis and whatnot, so I was trying, but then it just didn't work out. So since this is an undated planner and I did not have any use for it currently, I decided to repurpose it as a health planner and see if that is going to work and if that is going to help in any way. So let's just go through the spreads and let me talk about how I use this. So this is the monthly spread, and I was unsure on how to use this, but I think I kind of figured it out. So I just note down progress picture days, and then I also note down my workouts. And I might use this for something else in the future as well, but this is just the simple basic layout that I'm doing. And I might also include like days for measurements. I also thought about including my weight every day, but I don't know if I want to share that on social media, so I might not do that. So yeah, but this is currently how I'm using this spread. This is pretty basic, I know, but so let's go to the weekly. This is how the weekly currently looks. It is Saturday the 5th today. I might tweak this a little bit next week, I'm not sure, and I was also a little bit unsure on how to use this weekly spread. Sorry for the noise, it's just Florida things. But I was sure that I wanted to do like a tracker on the right side, because as you're going to see, I also have a monthly tracker with the same things, but I wanted to have like a weekly view of the tracker, so how the week goes, and then I wanted to have like a monthly, so that at the end of the month I can see how that went. Now I try to use a week's like how many 2 weeks before, and I also could not really deal with the size and the layout in that one. So I'm always struggling with this type of horizontal, like very narrow kind of layout. I just don't know how to use it. So this is how I try to use it this week, which is just putting down some to-dos like yoga and going on a walk on some days. Some days it's a workout and whatever. So just those kind of things. And then I also try to have like a gratitude list every day. This is also one of my habits that I track. So yeah, and on this side I just include sometimes like some basic stuff like did not sleep well. As you can see, I was having not a great week sleep-wise. That's what I want to say. So yeah, but I'm not quite sure what to use this column for, but I'm going to figure it out. But this is how I do it, and I'm definitely going to include the trackers the next week, and I might think about this layout a little bit more for next week. But the main star of the show are the blank pages in the back. So I set up this tracker before October started, and it's the same tracker that I have on the weekly, as I just said. And I was really I wanted to focus on like a now there is a car alarm going off. Okay. I really wanted to focus on mind, body and soul, so just like a, you know, like a whole picture kind of thing, and not just, I don't know, losing weight or whatever. So I have those categories, and then I also have a mood tracker and then a sleep tracker, just to see how that fluctuates throughout the month, and if there is some influence on my mood or my sleep when it comes to these other habits. So yeah, this is going well for now. And then my favorite part of this planner are the dailies. Now the dailies are they are like a wild mix of stuff. I don't really have like a very structured way of going about these dailies. I just kind of write down things regarding my health, put down some stickers, journal a little bit, and note important things. So for example, on this day I got sick again, which is great. This time it was just a cold, but still. So yeah, I just noted down the amount of medication that I took, and then on this day the tropical storm Helene was coming, which was a hurricane in some parts of the US. For us in Orlando it was only a tropical storm, thank God. However, there is a hurricane coming our way now, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, so I just noted down that because it gave me anxiety, so I felt like that is a very like mental health related thing. I also wrote about it a little bit here that I'm anxious, and I took another painkiller or whatever. Yeah, and then just journal a little bit about my planner session. But also I always include a little bit of like a to-do list, which is always kind of the same for every day. There are like very little differences between them. Like one day I would go on a walk, on the next day I would do a workout or whatever. But yeah, so that's that. And then I also sometimes just include like stickers, like don't forget to practice daily gratitude, and then I put that down, and I thought, you know, this would be the perfect spot to just write a little bit about gratitude. I had some jaw pain We survived Helene. I took another painkiller. I had a headache, as you can see. I put down take time to do nothing because I was feeling pretty awful. And then I had another headache on this day, and I put down another gratitude list, and then just a little reminder. And then you're back to, you know, like a to-do list, a little bit of deco, and then a little bit of journaling, but a bit more journaling about the effects of coffee on my body, presumably. Then I was prepping for next week because it was Sunday, which is also, I feel like, a very mental health kind of thing for me. And yeah, and this just goes on and on. Here I included a habit tracker to go to bed earlier because that was something that I just decided to do and I wanted to track it. And then I was feeling tired, and the new semester started, and then I wrote down what we ate for dinner. So it's very random. There is like no, like, except for the to-do list, there is like nothing that I have to include every day. I just include what I feel like I want to include. So yeah, it's kind of fun, and it's also nice to look back on how I was feeling. And then on this day I decided to track some other things that are not on my tracker. So starting on this day, I have these things as trackers every day. So as you can see, here and here and here. And so yeah, basically just more journaling. Yeah, and then I noted down that I had a beer, just so I know that I had alcohol that day. So yeah, this is kind of how I go about this. And I really like these dailies. And yeah, I think I'm going to continue doing it this way. But if you wanna see these spreads and the future spreads in this planner, you should definitely check out my Instagram because I post all of these on Instagram. So yeah, but that's that for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I also have an Instagram, as I just mentioned, which is linked in the description box as well. And other than that, I hope you have an awesome day and that we see each other very soon. Until then, bye.